Welcome aboard Sea Venture. Join us and our crew as we slowly explore Mexico, the people, the culture, the anchorages, the cruising grounds, and everything it has to offer.
All right, it is go time. So, often if you've been watching our videos, when we left the dock, you saw the camera that's bow mounted, and we speeded it up really fast. We're going to do something different this time since we're doing these vlogs, and you guys are coming with us as crew. Or you probably know more than me, so as captain, it's good too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run this camera here. You're going to see me a little bit. You're going to be able to hear me, but you won't be able to hear Rosie because we'll have our headsets on. Maybe you'll be able to see over here is I have the cameras turned on so I can see behind the boat. I don't know if you'll be able to really see that real well, but we have really nice, easy pull out here. And we're going to do it all in real time. So bear with us. You'll see how Rosie thinks painfully slow I go around in the marina. And one of the questions I wanted to answer that people have asked is, after almost 30 years of active cruising, do I get nervous pulling away from a dock or into a marina or those kind of situations? And the answer is yes, I do. I still get like a little bit of butterflies and nervous about that, but you got to leave the dock. So here we go. Let's make this happen. All the dock lines are disconnected except for one bow and one stern line. I'll go up and do the bow line. Rosie will handle the stern line. We'll be disconnected, and then we will be on our way. Let's make it happen. Crew. No one behind us? All clear behind. All right, in reverse. That's the way I'm going. Exactly. I'm going to rotate that way. Yep. Okay, I'm in neutral. Okay, rotating into the dock now. Okay. No. All right, I'll reverse again. So I just get all reflection in the stern camera right now, since the canvas isn't up, so I can't really see back. But I think I'm good, right? Yeah. All right, starting 180-degree rotation. Okay, all neutral and straight back a little bit. Okay, rotate with some throttle. All looking good back there? Oh. Okay. I saw that too, yeah. Alright, all neutral. Switch the cameras back around to the navigation. Yep, all neutral now. Just sitting. Is it? Yeah. Oops. All right, you keep working on lines.
Here's a view over the marina. We've been waiting for this flag to go up for days, and finally we saw it up this morning. It is a beast. Some friends of ours said they saw it going up and that it took a crew of a dozen or so guys.
Cruising out of Ensenada Harbor now, you can see the end of the breakwaters on both sides for the outer breakwater. As we cruise on, doing 4.7 knots at 1,000 RPM. In a moment here, we'll show you deploying the paravane poles in preparation of putting the paravane fish in the water. Pretty calm out here, just passing the final end of the breakwater here to the Ensenada Marine Harbor and going into Ensenada Bay. And I'll go over here so you can see that there is actually a swell. It's just hard to ever pick up on camera. See if I can show the rocks there without bouncing the camera around too much.
All right, we have some pitchy seas. So it's definitely time to get the poles out. So Jim's upstairs and waiting for a show you that. He's just letting the line out, and that is it. So pole number 1 is out, and in a little bit here we'll get the fish in the water. Yes. Okay, now we're going with the second one. All right, there we go. A little bit more, and that one is out. And so now he's just tying them off. We're in Ensenada Bay, just got the poles down, so now Jim is going to work on deploying the fish. That rope is around the chain. Is that going to be a problem?
Can you tell me?
Yeah?
Yeah, we're good. No, we're all good.
Okay.
Unwrap so she can come up here.
There we go. Yep. All right, one down. That was a big one. There's some good sized swells in here. Well, that one wasn't tangled at all, was it?
So in theory, you can deploy the paravanes. You don't have to actually slow up. But I do. We slow up to an idle. I just don't want the oops, caught your fingers in it or something at 7 knots or whatever. So we come to an idle. Paravanes are in.
All right.
Who knows when they'll next come out of the water? Not at
Bahia Tortuga?
Bahia Tortuga, Turtle Bay. We have no need to take them out there. All right, let's go in and throttle up.
It's moderately pitchy out here. Just every once in a while we get some good ones, but as we came around the breakwater, it was, we were rocking and rolling just a little bit. Here's another good sized swell. I'm not sure how it translates, but any rate, I want to give you an update on the crew, the four-legged crew. Barkley made a beeline for downstairs. This is his happy place. When the going gets rough, Barkley hangs out right here, don't you, bud? Yeah, you're doing okay, bud. You would like it a little smoother. We're working on that. This should be the worst of our trip, is at the beginning, and then after that it should get better. So, yeah, we're not going into the V-berth. That's off limits. Yeah. And this is Blake's happy place. Actually, his happy place is that chair. But he got moved over when the captain was done putting the fish in the water. So he seems to be managing. It'll get calmer as we progress, and
yeah, I think, well, right now we're kind of heading a little bit into the swell, which is causing the
pitching,
even with the bulbous bow. It's 1 to 2 meter swells, but it's quite comfortable. Once we turn, they'll be on the stern a little bit, mostly, maybe not quite, but pretty close to the stern. And the amount of swell should gradually decrease for the first about 40 hours of this trip, according to predict wind that we were looking at last night. And then maybe the last 8 hours pick up slightly, but we should see continuously improving conditions for the cruise once we can make this turn, which is like an hour and a half out.
We'll get there, slowly but surely. We're parallel with Todos Santos Island here on the outer edge of Ensenada Bay. There's Ensenada in our stern view. And pretty quick here, we'll be making the left turn to take us to warmer waters. We have some visitors approaching. They're so fun to watch them come towards the boat. Oh my gosh. Woo! We are about 3.5 hours into our cruise, and we are south of Ensenada. We are now heading southbound. We have 268 miles to go, so we are just getting used to these seas and getting our sea legs back.
Well, here we are in the salon, cruising along, just relaxing. Rosie's on watch up in the pilot house right now, so I'm just relaxing back here, trying to get a picture of this swell. I tell you, I look in the camera lens and it looks flat. It's about 2 meter swells, but it's you know, really pretty darn gentle, pretty comfortable, doing just fine. I thought I'd show you our Vitron panel that I check on every once in a while. See if I can do this with the boat moving around. You can see no shore power. We're inverting. We're drawing 1700 watts of AC power. That is the result of the water maker. If we look close, you'll see that if it focuses, line 1 and line 2 will be almost identical, because we have a transformer that, regardless of where the load is coming from, balances it between our two 3000 watt inverters. Batteries are at 96%. Alternators are producing almost 1300 watts. Solar panels are producing 300 or so watts. And so I just check that every once in a while, make sure electrical systems all look good. That all looks great.
All right, Jim's off watch, so let's take a look. What are you up to?
I'm doing something totally new while on a passage. I'm watching YouTube, compliments of Starlink. Actually, I'm watching Onboard Lifestyle. That's to be basic, their YouTube channel, because it's from the Sea of Cortez, right where we're headed. So that's what I'm doing while we are cruising. It's remarkable that we can do this with Starlink. I think it's very cool.
All right, it might look like nothing's changed,
Oh
but
no, nothing's changed. We don't film anything when something goes awry.
because usually we're trying to solve the problem. So we were cruising right along, Rosie at the helm.
I'm sitting here with Blake, watching the beginning of Delos's last video from 7 hours ago.
And
vibration suddenly whacked us. Pretty good vibration all of a sudden. So I set Blake aside, jumped when we went up, throttled back to an idle, couldn't really feel anything. Throttled up starboard engine to 1200 RPM, nothing. Throttled up port engine, 1200 RPM, lots of vibration. Then went down in the engine room, same thing, throttle up the engine to 1200 RPM, lots of vibration in the running gear, but nothing at the engine. So that isolated port side running gear. Then brought the boat to a complete stop, checked our paravane fish, made sure they were good, all that's fine. And then backed down at about 1000 RPM for 30 or 60 seconds or so in reverse. And solved the problem. So whatever, we picked up something on the rudder or propeller, and by coming to a complete stop, rotating a little and backing up, whatever it is, we dropped off. And back up to our cruising 1500 RPM, no problem. Back to Delos.
well, my heart rate is still slowing down.
Yeah, slightly high.
I don't appreciate surprises, but glad it all worked itself out.
It was a whole lot of nothing.
Well, it was something until it was nothing.
Not the first time.
Not the first time.
Good afternoon, I'm on watch now. Everything is really calm and smooth. Just as we saw on Predict Wind last night, it's gradually just calming a little more and a little more. Let me show you out the front window. Well, that's my view. We're currently 254 nautical miles from Bahia Tortuga, or Turtle Bay. Expected arrival is sitting right at maybe 5-ish a.m. We're actually running a little bit ahead of schedule, but that's okay, running an average of about 7 knots. Just as expected, we've got about a half-knot current pushing us southbound, and going really smooth. I can show you on the chart, but heck, there ain't nothing to see. We're just going along, you know, except for that little vibration a little while ago. Really nothing happening. For those of you that are interested, our autopilot does the steering. It's tied to our time zero navigational course, so it does all the turns and adjustments. Really all there is to do in the pilot house is lounge around and wait for something to break. But so far, man, this is sweet. It is really very nice out. So it is, did I say what time it is? I don't know, 2:40 p.m. Friday afternoon. So we got a few more hours, and then we're going to run into about 12 hours of nighttime cruising. Rosie's sitting back in the salon off watch. Blake right behind her, watching Netflix. Actually, she's watching Outlander on Netflix, a series that I never really got into. That she did, like me, I think relishing, right? In the fact that we can have broadband streaming internet at sea.
Well, the fact that boredom is the biggest thing you tackle.
Boredom is. This is true.
Or one of the biggest things. It's a nice change up. I was like, I'll do this for a little bit and then I'll try and get some sleep.
Maybe tonight I'll have to binge watch a Star Wars series or something. All right, I'm on watch, so I suppose I should head back to the pilot house. Almost sunset here.
They're coming back to you. There was one right there. You see it?
Yeah. Along with some dolphins coming. Well, the sun has set tonight, and so we've kind of moved to nighttime mode. Thought I would just show you real quick. The light's on in the galley behind, so it provides a little bit of light for us. I turn our big depth sounder off, leave the little one on. Ignore that depth that's on the right-hand side. It's way too deep for it to register. Gives us the water temperature. We've got the small radar set at 2 miles.
The big radar set at 12 miles. And the navigation right now set at the dusk mode. Radio and backup GPS is there. We've got our FLIR thermal imaging camera, though I don't have that on the big monitor. I could, but you know, there's really been nothing to see, so it's more just about relaxing and monitoring the radars as we go through the night tonight.